Hey guys,
We're here by any means necessary to check out the latest video from HammerFall, Hammer of Dawn. They have a new album coming out on Napalm Records, and this is the first single.
that was a good one.
Did you like that one?
Yeah.
Well, after making sure that Sweden rocks, they're now gonna lay the hammer down.
Yes.
It's the Hammer of Dawn,
The Hammer of Dawn.
but the Hammer of Dawn comes down, so they're
Yeah.
laying the hammer down technically.
He didn't know the song was coming out until I told you, because the song was being premiered.
Yeah, so they had a little bit of a
And it was on my recommended on YouTube.
a little piece of it.
Yeah, and we were driving, and I'm like, by the way, there's a new HammerFall song coming out? And he's like, what? What? Because this was not on your...
No, it didn't hit my feed for some reason, so I didn't know about it. But anyways, here we are.
Now we know.
And here we are. And they have a new album, I think, coming out early in the new year. So something to look forward to the 2022s. So on that note, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it up. Very King Diamond-like.
Once I was lost in the promised land, in search of the spark and the flame. A warrior soul with a mighty zeal. The hammer beside me, a heart made of steel. I can pretend, never let it go, 'cause everything comes with a price. What you have done, what you put me through, the devil's incarnate is coming for you. Vengeance is my path to glory. Blood will be shed, hatred is the sign, the sign. I am the demon inside your mind. I am the devil, you know. No place to hide, so you better run or enter my showdown. Let justice be done. Spread your gospel, false and evil. Time to read the writings on the wall. The wall. Now raise the hammer to the sky. This is your time, live or let die. Under 1,000 shining suns, your final showdown has begun. Hammer of dawn will lead the way. You live to fight another day. For every battle there's a star, telling the story who you are.
I guess when it comes to hammers, size doesn't matter. Who knew? I didn't. Thor always carries a big fucking hammer.
Yeah.
So I thought size was important, but I guess not. I guess size doesn't matter. All right. Before we get started with
It's
this,
not how big the hammer is. It's how you use it.
I thought you were gonna say it's how you swing it.
Well, it's how you could use. I mean,
wait.
how do you use a hammer? Do you thrust a hammer?
Well, you could throw it.
You could throw it. You could.
Thor throws it.
But you're still using it, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're getting technical here.
Oh my god!
What the hell was that? Oh shit. Anyway.
He's punishing you.
Fuck Thor. Odin is coming down and punishing
He
me
just
for.
needs you in the chest.
Fuck! I just got kneed by his invisible hammer. All right. Anyways.
And not his third leg hammer.
No.
His actual hammer.
His actual hammer. Anyways, I just want to say something before we get started on the song, which is the last time the two of us been to a concert together, HammerFall. Before the pandemic.
Are you?
It was one of the last ones. It might not be the exact last one. Don't ruin a great story. Let's go with it. Just go with it.
Okay, it was close. It was close to being the last
Sabaton
one.
and HammerFall.
Yeah.
Last greatest show that we saw on Earth.
I can't even remember like what day that was. That's
It was
how
late October of
Late
2019.
October.
The pandemic started like around the clock from there. First couple of cases was in November, so
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. But I think that was one of the last shows. If
No, it
not
was-
the last, it was definitely one of
It
the
was
last.
one of the last. It's definitely not the last.
I think the last was actually In Flames.
It was in flames.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, well, they're all Swedish, so they can. You guys can forgive me.
Take the glory.
Just take the fucking glory and run with it. Anyways, but it was a great show.
Yeah.
It was a great show. So now the song. What did you think?
I don't. It didn't have. It didn't have the same feeling as like Any Means Necessary and stuff like that. It actually had more of like a togetherness feel to it.
A little bit of a battle hymn.
Battle hymn, yeah, more of that, which I enjoyed.
I actually really liked it.
It actually, the whole creepy, not creepy, but you know, the whole Halloweenish
Video.
and element, it reminded me of like Halloween type thing. But obviously the sound itself there was parts that were like kind of Halloweeny, but the rest of it was all HammerFall.
It started very much like a King Diamond video, but anyways,
The video did start like a King Diamond video.
I was like, wow, like some not the King Diamond here, like looked like the cover of Them, but the album. But anyways,
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I was, you know, when I saw the premiere, I'm like, ooh, some nice Swedish power metal. And,
didn't disappoint.
It didn't disappoint.
I actually, you mentioned By Any Means Necessary, Last Man Standing, for example. I feel like those songs, even Sweden Rocks, to me they're super. Not that this one is not hooky, because I was singing
Yeah.
Thunder, Lightning, Hammer, Fighting. How after one time, how do you not remember that
Yeah.
shit? It's so catchy. So I'm not saying that this is not a catchy song, because it is super catchy.
It has all their DNA. It's just that it's not the type of song.
To me,
it's
it
not-
felt a little bit more chunky, and that's one of the things that I really liked about
It had a little bit more chunk.
Even
but
the drums, there was certain
like
moments with the
those
drums.
songs, like those songs you mentioned, it has obviously the HammerFall DNA, but I feel like this one, it has the more battle hymn, and it has a little bit of Halloween in there.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably not wrong. The things that I gravitated towards this song, and the things that made this song stand out for me, outside of how hooky that chorus is, because once again, Thunder, Lightning, Hammer, Fighting. No, the rest I can't remember. It repeats, but
Yeah.
I can't remember. But those four, one time going through the song.
Also, when that happened, it was like thunder. It was kind of like galloping.
But the guitar riff, I
Was
was just going to
giving you
mention
the
that.
galloping
The
sound.
guitar riff sounded like a horse galloping. It had it had that feeling, that sound. You know what I mean? Like a galloping horse. And it kind of had a little bit of that running into Battlefield, that battle hymn vibe to
Yeah.
it. Outside of how hooky that chorus is with those lines and those words, a couple of, and obviously the vocals are phenomenal. I mean, that's the obvious. I don't think
Yeah.
I even need to say that. Like, I mean, vocally, this band, like, I really like the tone and the delivery and how he stretches out the songs within his range. Like, he just really stretches it out. I love it. But musically, what attracted me to this song was not just the galloping of the guitar riff, because it had that galloping sound, but how thick it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one of those super thin, like, power metal driven riffs. It had, like, some volume with it. It felt
Some thickness.
Yeah, it felt not heavy per se, but it carried some weight, and I like that. That was interesting to me. I really enjoyed that sound, and I also really enjoyed the drums, because there's some moments from the drums that they add a little bit of heaviness to the track. The track is not overly heavy, but there's some moments that the drums kind of jump in a little bit and help that same thickness that the guitars have, and they give the song a little bit more of power, a little bit more of a push. I really like that aspect as well. The thing that surprised me was not how the guitar solo started, but rather how the guitar solo finished with that feedback. You normally see that towards the end of the song. If you're finishing the song with a guitar solo
You get some
and you
feedback.
finish it off like that with the feedback, to have the feedback going and then like thunder, lightning, hammer, fighting. I was like, oh, we fucking getting back at this again? Fucking let's go. So that solo piece there, in the beginning, it was like, where is this going? Like, it looks like the song is going to end really short.
No, but it had a nice transition into the chorus
Yeah,
again.
and I think live, this is a song for as good as I love this track. It's HammerFall, but
It's HammerFall,
but
yeah.
but in my opinion, it stood out. Like,
Because
it had a
it's
lot
not-
of elements that made it stand out to me. That guitar solo going into that feedback, while working really well on the track as is, on a live setting, because that's the moment the lead singer moves back a little bit. You come in, you do your solo, you do your feedback,
And then the
you
lights
do the
turn
horns
off,
or whatever.
Lights turn off, and,
And then
it
maybe
turns back
just
on.
and then he just comes from the back into the front, lightning, or everybody starts singing, the crowd as well. Lightning, thunder.
Live, the song is gonna go far. This is a
It has
perfect live song.
It has that bringing everybody together, singing
Yeah.
along in that chorus at the right times, in the right moments. It's super conducive to be a great live track, and they make songs that are great live. They always find a way that having the audience being part of the show. We've been at one of their
Yeah,
shows.
they're
that
able to
you want to
in their
sing
songs.
along.
In their songs, they're able to balance how it's gonna sound live with how it
needs to sound in the studio.
How it needs to sound in the studio. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're able to make a song that both live and in the studio have
Work
this-
really well.
Work well and have the same impact on the listener.
I agree with you. Like, this is a song for me that I'll be listening to it, and I'm gonna be dying to listen to it live because I want to sing along.
Yeah.
Fucking put my, not the hammer because I don't have any hammer, but I want to put my fist up in the air and like fucking wave it like I just don't care, and just like fucking vibe to it, sing along and butcher the lyrics because that's what I do, and fucking have a great time. They're a great live band. So much energy on stage, so much fun to see them play. They really are an incredible live band, and they're an incredible studio band. They're just really able to create music that works, like we said, and works really well in those two environments. But if for a first single, normally I'm always very iffy with singles because you not always get a good one to start off with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for the first single,
It has
signed
their
with
DNA.
Napalm Records now.
It has the single has their DNA and it has a little bit other things into it. I think it's a really nice, first impression for the new album.
I like this.
It's not only gonna get the native HammerFall listeners to come in here, but it's also gonna give some people who like the other elements that were put in.
I
get
think
them into this.
the final words I have to say about this track is, to me, it didn't feel like it was mailed in. It didn't feel to me like it was one of those prototypical power metal songs
Yeah.
with all the cliches, with all the stuff. No, it has the DNA of HammerFall. It has all of the things that we've come to expect from the band, but there's also some
There's a little
new
bit of a
pieces
sprinkle
there.
of new stuff, yeah.
that I thought was really interesting, that make the song feel really memorable. So
Yeah,
I
and
love
new.
it. Yeah, I love the energy. The chorus is so fucking energetic. I love it.
I think that's the main thing. Is
And the galloping.
the stuff added in makes it feel new. It doesn't make it feel like something they could have put out on the other albums.
Yeah, it has a little bit of bonanza. No, it doesn't do the dun 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 at the end,
Yeah,
but,
the
but that's the first dun 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 dun. It
Yeah.
just doesn't do the second dun 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 dun. But the first one is there.
Okay.
But anyways, it reminded me a little bit of Bonanza. I'm old school. All right, this was good, dude.
Yeah.
This was some good Hammer shit. Hammer time.
Yeah.
If there's one guy you can trust, is HammerFall. Same cannot be said about MC Hammer, because he says you can't touch this.
Yeah.
But these guys you can totally touch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end there before I fucking ruin this whole
I know
video.
you're trying to catch your breath ever since you got hit
I know,
in the
fucking
head.
Odin. Fucking Odin came from Valhalla and just fucking nailed me in the
Dick
chest.
slapped you in the chest.
Fuck, yeah, with his fucking
His
godly
python.
dick hit me in my chest. Fuck, at least it wasn't in the face. All right, on that note, guys, thank you for watching this video. HammerFall, new album coming out. The name of the album is the name of the song, Hammer of Dawn. Napalm Records, they signed with them. New record with the label, so things to look forward to in 2022. We'll see you in the next video.
See ya.